and fabulous. You're gonna laugh until you bust with Tora. Behind the lashes with Tora Himan.
Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. Hi, it's me, Tora Himan. Welcome to Behind the Lashes with Tora Himan. Oh my gosh. Oh, sitting here in my bedroom. Just having a day. I'm very excited. I've been doing the keto diet now for 2 months. I feel great, feeling great, looking great, I think. I'm very excited because I'm going to make my very first keto-friendly beveragino, which if you don't know what a beveragino is, it's an alcoholic beverage. And I bought some pumpkin spice flavoring that's keto friendly to put inside it. Fall is officially here. I mean, it's only here probably for about 2 more hours because it's Florida, but it feels so good outside. It feels so nice. I know it won't last long, but it feels beautiful. And I will say, this new normal that people are calling this, this pandemic, is crazy. I am buying groceries from Amazon, which I have Amazon Prime, been a fan for a while, but I'm now buying groceries and having them 2-hour delivery to my house, which is kind of cool. And it's working out well. I'm kind of loving it. I used to go to Publix all the time, love Publix, but it's kind of fun to just sit in the chair and you can hit I'm on the diet and I'm a pretty basic eater when it comes to eating at home. I'm a creature of habit, so I just have to hit like reorder and then go in and be like, oh, I don't need so much of this. Tweak it, takes like 10 minutes, and I have groceries come into my house on my schedule. It's kind of nice. And I tip the person quite well, so I feel like I'm helping that person out because everyone needs a little money right now, so that's kind of nice. Wearing a mask all the time. I do wear a mask. I'm a huge mask wearer. I wear it when I do my 1 shift a week at my resort that I work at. I haven't been doing drag outside very much, so but still actually I've worn a mask during that. When I do go to the parks, I do live in Orlando, so I have Universal and Disney here. Wear my mask all the time, and I will say, going to Disney, 99% of people have been wearing their mask properly because they will get onto it. Not like, yell at you, but they have people there to enforce the rules and the social distancing. And I think, when the parks were first opening, I was a little nervous. I didn't feel it was right. Our numbers were really high in Florida. But I do believe that what is happening right now in this crazy world we're living in, I feel the proper protocols are being followed. So, and you take your life in your hands, obviously, when you go right now during a pandemic. I moved to Orlando to be closer to Disney. I grew up watching the Disney Channel, and I begged and pleaded to go to Disney every year. And my parents did not have the money. I grew up in a very poor family. And so Disney was something that I never thought would happen. Once my brother teased me with a vacation, that didn't ended up happening, and that's fine. And I got to see Disney for the first time with my ex in 2007. Oh, and I fell in love. I mean, when people come to Orlando on vacation, it is beautiful. It is glitz and glam and sparkles, and there's like a filter on the vacation. It's a vacation filter. When you live here, though, it's a different story. Orlando is a tough town. It's a fun town. We are blessed to have every type of tourist attraction. But it's a tough town. It's not the vacation town that you thought it was. But the reason for the conversation is that I moved here to be in that Disney mindset, that Disney vacation mindset of, I can go to the park. I'm going to get an annual pass that costs so much money. So much money. And so having this little bit of normalcy back in my life where, not everything's open and things are limited and there's limited people and you have to get a reservation, and that's fine. At first I was against it, but I've realized it is fine to have that feeling when I am standing in the queue of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and I can hear the coaster running, or I hear the boat running, the boat's steam horn, whatever it is, goes off, or when I'm on my favorite ride, Dinosaur, and it's pitch black and I'm turning the corners and seeing that animatronic dinosaur, roar at me, or when Mickey and Minnie go by on a little boat and they wave to you. It's nice to have some normalcy. People can judge people all they want for going to the parks and driving down here. As long as you are safe and you're following the rules and you are wearing your mask properly and washing your hands, I think it's fine. I do. I think that the world is absolutely mad right now. We have this very controversial president. We have an election coming that hopefully it'll make things better, I hope. I don't know. I can't predict the future. The entertainment industry is at a standstill. Broadway is shut down. Cruise ships are shut down. All regional theater is gone. Drag queens aren't performing. I mean, I look at my Facebook and I see people performing, but I'm not performing. People are not performing like normal. And we're not the only people in the entertainment industry is not the only industry massively affected by this. Everyone is massively affected by this. And to have a little bit of normalcy, it gives you a reason to wake up. It does. It honestly does. Life is crazy. Life is weird, and especially right now. Maybe this podcast is a little vice for you to take the edge off from, the crazy world that we live in. So I implore you to do something for yourself. I'm a Disney fanatic. I love a Funko Pop. We all know that. I love Pusheen. I love Disney. I love a theme park. I grew up in that mindset of, oh my gosh, Knoebels Grove was so close to my house. Not so close, a couple hours away, an hour away. I lived for Knoebels. Hershey Park, 3 hours away. I lived for that. The carnival that came to my town once a year was my favorite thing. I lived for that carnival. I would go open to close every night. Was it Tuesday through Saturday? And to live so close to these theme parks, it's a blessing. I'm very blessed. And kind of just talking about this has made me fall back in love with the idea of why I moved to Orlando. I would absolutely rather live in Los Angeles or California or New York City. Absolutely. But I am so proud to live near this tourist trap, people call it, because it gives me what I need right now during this pandemic. So I hope you can find something that helps you. And if you can't, please reach out to me. Let's talk. Let me find you something. We'll go on Netflix together. We'll start reading. We'll do a book club. I hope in this new normal that you can find something that makes you smile, or someone. And hopefully that someone is yourself that makes you smile. So I hope you enjoy this episode of someone who makes me smile and someone who works so hard at life for other people. It is Beth Wheatley. She is the woman who really was puppeteering Tora Himan for a couple of years and really helped me get to where I am today. She helped me get on Camp Wanakiki, producing my audition videos. She's always helped me do my RuPaul's Drag Race videos, but she and I worked on many projects, and you will get to hear about them on this episode of Behind the Lashes with Tora Himan. The woman who makes drag queens It's true. She has made legends in her career. It's the one, the only Beth Wheatley.
Hello.
Oh, listen to that voice. Listen to that. It is so smooth.
Thank you.
Oh, I want you to read the encyclopedia.
A
Stop it.
asshole.
Yes, it's me. That is me. Oh my gosh. Beth Wheatley, tell the children, who are you? Why are you important?
Am I? I don't know.
You are.
I'm Beth Wheatley. I'm a Florida native, born and raised in a little town called D-Land, Florida. And what else do you want to know? Who else?
So tell, like, the people don't realize the impact you've had on gay culture, gay things. So, like, give us your resume in like a 30-second elevator pitch.
Oh my. I've just been very lucky. I've been able to surround myself with very talented people. I did leave Florida in 2010 and went to Hollywood, where I have a really close friend who also was born in DeLand, Florida, named Stephen Garino, from the Big Gay Sketch Show. He's one of my closest friends, and through just our friendship and working together, we were able to make Showgirls in Drag. Basically, it's a live stage show production of the wonderful, very, very, very high-class film, Showgirls. And it was with Willem Belly, Detox, and Vicky Vox, who all at that time had not been on RuPaul's yet. So through the process, Willem got onto RuPaul's, then Detox did after that. So then after that, just through friends and connections, I was able to do music videos with Willem, with Violet Chachki, with Jiggly Caliente, and yeah, I've been lucky. And then I came back to Florida because I need to take care of family, and I was able to do Showgirls again with Tora Himan, ladies and gentlemen.
Me. That's right. And
Yes.
Cara Cavalli Andrews.
Yes, Cara Cavalli Andrews, and of course Adrian. I also had an opportunity to produce a series called Eastsiders through Friends of Friends. They liked Showgirls in Drag in California and said, "Hey, would you be interested in helping produce this web series?" And ended up being a 4-season run.
So so Showgirls inspired not inspired, but kind of inspired your work with Eastsiders?
Yeah, I had promoted Eastsiders, and obviously Kit and John, which writer, director, producer, stars of Eastsiders, they'd met me once before here in Florida, but they didn't really know anything of me at that time. And then they saw what I did with Showgirls, and they wanted someone who had, that LGBT community feel, plus the organization and the promoting skills. So I got brought onto that.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. Showgirls really has done a lot for many people.
Including myself. So,
yeah, like
yes.
seriously, like it's launched lots of careers for people.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know if it's launched careers, but it's definitely helped me. And I think that it was a good soundboard for a lot of very talented people.
That is so crazy. I didn't even realize the depth to it. I mean, I knew there was depth, but wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've given us that nutshell. How is life? How's the pandemic treating you?
I don't know anyone that's like, the pandemic's great. The only great thing is I've been able to spend a lot more time with my loved one, Justine Renee. She's an actress herself, and we met in LA, and again had to come to Florida to take care of family, but been able to create some stuff with her also, and on Spilled Paint is a TV series we're working on right now. We have a pilot out, and we have a fundraiser on Indiegogo that we are trying to get enough money to make the other seasons, because after the pandemic, there's going to be the need for entertainment. There already is. We're watching reruns, because they can't have anything in the studios right now. Well, if we can get the funding, then we can finish this season and therefore have a package ready as soon as everything's back to normal.
where can people go help this Indiegogo?
Yep. Just Indiegogo.com and then Spilled Paint. If you just type the word Spilled Paint in the search engine there, it will come up, and it has a trailer, and it tells you all about the film and the backstory itself.
And you also worked on Hollywood Hurts, which was a previous short, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah. She had written a story about unfortunate situation that happened during the Me Too movement. Is when she wrote it. The situation happened when she was younger. She was a model / actress back in the day in LA, and unfortunately was sexually assaulted. So wanted to kind of have that therapy piece by writing something and putting it out there that, hey, this happened to me, and keep that conversation going. So it was hard for me to watch the
Oh my gosh,
scene.
I can't imagine. Yeah.
Because I also obviously was there with her producing it and making it happen. But, the guy who was doing it was very like, I'm going to be very careful. And, and it was, the clothes were on, but we were able to shoot it to where it looked, like intense.
Oh, wow. It was beautiful. Can anyone look that up? Is that streaming somewhere?
Yeah, it was on Amazon Prime, and I believe you can also see it on YouTube also.
Oh my gosh! Now you have a big connection with film festivals, because I just got done judging one. I watched literally. Not joking. I probably watched 75 films this weekend. I got really into judging films this weekend. I was like, oh, all right, I'm just going to keep going. So what is your connection with the film festival, the Florida Film Festival type thing?
Yeah, so there's two film festivals, the Central Florida Cinefest and Central Florida Short Night. The concept itself came from Enoch Dorston. He is actually the executive producer of Spilled Paint. He had originally cast Justine in a short film version of Spilled Paint, and then just through conversation ended up hearing about me, and then he found out I was a producer, and then he just put me to work for the last 2 years. So you've
been really busy, I would say, in Florida. I don't know much about Florida's film scene, but I will say you've been back for 3 or 4 years, maybe?
Yeah.
And you've taken it by the balls, for lack of a better term, and you've really made it your own.
So he came up with these two film festivals. One is Central Florida Cinefest, which is for short and long films up to an hour. And then Short Night, which is films that are under 30 minutes. And we do them once a year. We were doing the productions themselves as a huge production, to which Miss Tora Himan was a wonderful host of. And, where we had wonderful comedy with you and Jen Gannon, and the guests loved it, because it's unlike most film festivals. You kind of just walk into a theater, you watch, you walk out. There's not much talking. Sometimes there's a Q&A, but there's really not that engagement piece. And that was where we brought you and Jen in to kind of take it to the next level, and in a good space like Sluice Mystery Dinner Theater that had the capabilities of being outside of the movie theater feel. You still watched a movie, but you could get drinks and food, and you can come in and out. So it was actually a wonderful thing until the pandemic. We couldn't do the shows themselves at the theater. So we did the Short Night live with Jen Gannon, and where she gave out the awards. And we're going to do the same thing with Cinefest. So
when will I get to see Cinefest? When is that?
We're trying to do it by the end of September. So we'll be putting that out on Facebook. You'll see invites and some advertisements going out for that.
I know I got to judge again. Yeah. And there were some amazing films. I don't want to say any particulars, because I don't know if they make it through, but there were some that I'm was watching, and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I've changed from watching that video.
And that's good
really
movie making, is when you make something like when we did with Hollywood Hurts, and we had people come up, even men that have come up and said, this happened to me. I was assaulted here, and thank you for making this, because if you can touch just one person, that's what movie making is all about.
There was one film, and it's sad because I can't remember exactly. Oh, no, I totally remember exactly what it was. I'm not going to say anything, but like I was in full tears at the end of it, and it was only like
Wonderful.
6 minutes long.
That's
And yeah,
great.
it was so good. So good. So everyone stay tuned for that. I will definitely share the link of that information. So on Facebook and Instagram. So stay tuned. Okay, Beth, we're going to go into my favorite subjects, which is the questions. And we'll jump around and we'll just ask you random things about who you are. Now, do you wear false lashes ever, Beth?
I wore it one time for the Emmys.
Yes. Oh, whipping out the Emmy.
So I had a wonderful makeup artist friend of mine. He worked at like, I don't know, like a, one of those places in the mall. No, it wasn't Willem. No. His name is Edwin. He worked, had to do the day job, but he also did a lot of makeup for a lot of different people. And he also assisted in a short I had made with Willem, and that was Snore. It's you can find it on, I think, Funny or Die. It was a parody on the Downton Abbey. So. Yeah.
What?
So again, Stephen, being my friend, brought me in to produce, and we had Michelle Versage, we had Vicky, we had it's called Snore, and
I've totally seen this.
So Edwin was a makeup artist there, and that's when I first met him. And then, much like I do in most of my life, if I meet good people, I hold on to them tightly and I work the crap out of them. So he, was able to make me look as pretty as I can look. The best I've ever looked. He spent some time on me, and then, I don't know, he put some powder on Justine and she was done in 15 minutes, but, yes, that was the one and only time I have worn false lashes.
Oh, okay. Well, just curious because it's called Behind the Lashes. I figured I should ask. So what is your favorite food and why? Like if you only had, and it could be anything, anything.
I always said if I was on an island, I'd want popcorn. I know.
What?
I don't know what it is. I just love popcorn. I think it's filling, and I think I love salty. So yeah, it's my favorite treat. I can't eat it as much as I used to because it doesn't like break down like it should.
Yeah, no, it's
so
not. Yeah.
Great, it's great. It's filling and all that stuff.
When's the last
I make it every week. So, but I make my own, like in a pot and everything. I don't like do microwave popcorn because of all the like chemicals and stuff. So I just, like it's a Pop Secret like container and it has just kernels. And then I put oil in a big pot and put a couple kernels in and put a lid on it, and there you go.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you get into doing what you do, like entertainment, producing, directing? How did you? What was the first bug that bit you?
I went to Deltona High School with Stephen Garino, and we had a wonderful drama teacher named Miss Griffiths, and I was always passionate about entertainment and everything, but at that time, especially in school, when I was in school, they didn't really go into like a business. It wasn't a thing like it is so much today. So I auditioned for this production, and I go up and look at the list next day, and it says SM. I was like, woohoo, what part is SM? I have no idea what an SM is, and it was a stage manager. So I run home and I look at what a stage manager does, and then was told by my teacher that she noticed that I kind of have really good organizational skills, and people have a tendency to listen to me, and I command a room, and I was also the president of the drama club. So, I had that, I guess, the authoritative nature. So, I got into stage management, and that pretty much ran my life. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's interesting. You don't ever hear of someone casting a role like that,
Yeah,
giving them a stage
no,
manager position.
I mean, and at first I thought it was an acting thing, and then it wasn't, but it was okay because I actually loved it. So she knew better than I. And I always say, like, how Walt Disney, he knew better than some of his, even his artists. Like he would, he told one of his artists to write the song for Pirates. Like he knew he had it in him, and it's one of the most well-known songs in the Walt Disney collection.
That's so interesting. I do believe like you are one of the best. Like we just did a project and we had 4 hours, right? 4 hours to shoot it. And I've never seen anyone with all these moving pieces keep it so tight on schedule. Like it was perfection. I honestly, to this day, like you stage manage anything to the 10th degree.
Thank you.
So well.
I try. I've been doing it for a little bit, so I try, and I think for me, it's always about making the artist feel heard, respected, and I'm very good about not wasting people's time, and I'm not a fan of it because I don't want anyone wasting my time. Time is money, and especially talent like you guys, who are. You got to go from gig to gig to gig right now. Anything you can get, and you don't have time just to play all day long. You're like, if I got this gig, I got this gig, I got this gig to try to pay the rent. So that's what I'm.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the thing that you understand, especially like, yes, you do non-drag stuff all the time, but I think the thing that makes you different from most stage managers is you understand. I mean, you don't, but you do. You understand what the drag queen is going through. And so you know that, okay, time to put heels on. Let's do that. And we have this many minutes to shoot before, pain sets in or this sets in. So you are the drag queen stage manager to me, or, producer at the same, which not many people know how to do.
I didn't ever think of it that way. But yeah, again, it's my motto is respect for others and understanding where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm. So who is your inspiration? Who inspires Beth to be a better person every day?
Matthew, Dolly Parton.
My queen. That is the truth. And that's the perfect answer. And you win.
Yes. You win. She is the most amazing businesswoman outside of just being a good person. So I have her books. I follow her business models. I really try to emulate that, because I'm just a country girl from a little tiny town too. Now, granted, I had power and I have no brothers or sisters. I'm an only child. So I definitely didn't have as rough as her, but I do believe in the good old fashioned Southern ways of just being good and giving back.
Yeah, that Dolly is amazing. What a legend. Oh, I miss seeing her face every day.
I would be happy just to see it once.
Seriously. Well, I didn't get to see her actual face every day. I saw cardboard cutouts of Dolly. Let me clarify that. Yeah, where we parked our cars, the employees, I used to work at Dollywood, for those of you who don't know, and we would park our cars up this crazy mountain on the backside of the park. Now there's a roller coaster going up there, but there's a sign, and it says, not See You Real Soon. What's her most famous song? Oh, crap. It's right there. It's Whitney Houston.
I always love you.
Yeah, that's what it says as you exit from the employee gate. And I was like, almost every day I would just cry. I would just cry. I love you too, Dolly. So if you could have dinner with 3 people, alive or dead, who would it be and why?
Dolly Parton. But then it would be Walt Disney and Mr. Richard Branson, actually. Yes.
Really?
Really incredible business person who really takes care of the people and really thinks about the people and the product. It's not, and very innovative, very outside of the box thinker. Let's do it differently. And hey, how do you think we should do it? And I think that's, again, as a leader, as a leader, I work, at Disney as a producer. I'm always for input. Input can get too much sometimes and you have to know how to manage it. But I think there's not just one way to do things. I think there's multiple ways. And sometimes some of the people that you work with have an idea that could make it better, faster, and cheaper just by asking.
Yeah, that's true. I love that you say Richard Branson, because I feel like he is overlooked in the world of entertainment and business. I mean, he's not, but people forget he's there because he doesn't want the attention or that celebrity.
Absolutely. And he's not like always hanging out in America as much as as he is overseas.
No. Our ship pulled into Dover, which is where he lives, which is crazy. I did not know that. And so we pulled in and you get to see the white cliffs of Dover. It was beautiful. It was very cold. And I met him. Did we talk about that? Yeah, I met him, and it was just like, it was like meeting Dolly, because I was like, icon. But yeah, good human being. Hopefully his cruise line will get back up and running very soon. It will. Okay, so you said Dolly, you said Disney. Richard, and then you said Walt Disney. I also agree with Walt Disney, because I feel like that would be an amazing conversation. I would just love to listen to him talk. So what is something that hardly anyone, and I'm saying hardly anyone, knows about you?
I mean, I don't do it often, but like I do a lot of character voices.
Oh my gosh! Can you give us a couple?
Yeah. I'm Mr. Champion.
Dead. Give us another one. I want another one now.
I'm gonna love him, and I'm gonna hug him, and I'm gonna squeeze him to pieces.
Elmira.
Oh, my voice
from Tiny Toons.
Oh, God, sorry. So. Yes, I want you to do my voicemail now. Like, I want you to re-record my voicemail.
Absolutely. So
if people don't know, she is a voice actor.
Just started. I mean, I've done it because people hear my voice and sometimes like, oh, you don't have like a really irritating voice. So I get hired usually to do tours. I did some at Halloween Horror Nights. I did the opening for the Horror Nights and different voices for some of the mazes. But the character pieces is something that's like my little hidden gem.
Interesting. Was there a turning point in your life that switched you on to become who you are today? So if that makes sense, like, I know when I was 27, I just literally woke up and started loving my body more than I ever did. Is there anything that ever inspired you to be who you are today?
I mean, I've always had the desire to be in entertainment. I was working at Disney around 2008, and, a fine job. I was management on Main Street, and wonderful experiences from the flag retreats to the parades to the train. I even learned how to drive the train and everything like that. I just felt like I could give more. And the recession hit, and I started seeing people being pulled into the office and getting let go. And I thought, oh, they're not going to, because it was just a temporary assignment for myself as a leader. So it means I would go back to a regular job shortly anyway. So I said, I'm not going to, get a full-time position. So I need to make a decision in my life, and I was 35 at the time. And I said, you know what? I think I'm going to do it. Just go to LA. And I did. I cashed out some of my retirement that I had from Disney and packed up and moved to LA. And I knew nothing. I mean, I'd visited, but I moved out there and just gave it my all and was out there for about 6 years. And I miss it sometimes, but there are times like now that I'm thankful that my rent is 3 times cheaper than what it was out there.
Oh my gosh, that's insane how much it cost. So LA really changed and sculpted you. I feel you offer a professionalism that you don't see, at least right now in Orlando. I don't see anyone else giving what you give. So I think that's
thank you.
That's amazing.
Thank you. And I really try to be professional, and I really try not to get into, gossip or any kind of trouble or any kind of, again, I'm very much a respect and old Southern girl type thing. So I try to bring that to the table. Everything I do, from small, tiny little things like a 7-minute music video to, big, huge, feature films. So
Yeah. What is a trend you see right now happening in the world that you hate?
talking like this. Yes, the vocal fry. I hate it. I hate it.
How come?
Because it's not how you talk. And you know it. You know that it's not. They're doing it on purpose.
I had a school teacher who said, well, not school, a college teacher, excuse me, who he said, everything you do, how you speak, every gesture you do is you're taught to do. So I totally see your point. Like, even like how I sound, I had to watch someone else how to talk like that.
But you you sound like a woman, but you don't.
Like a woman.
You naturally did, didn't you?
Yeah.
You naturally sounded like a woman, didn't you?
I mean, I would assume, but I feel like how I speak and how I use certain energies and things like that, I'm assuming, according to his philosophy, I picked up from other people. So, and he always, well, this was where the conversation, and listeners, you can disagree with this. This was this teacher. He's an older gentleman, but I will say he put out some powerhouse actors. So he always said that gay men, femininity, when you act a certain, I'm very extremely feminine, but he goes, it's something you've seen and replicated. He goes, you're taught to have, hard S's. You're taught to have your hand gestures. You're taught to be that, just like masculinity. Those men are taught, and they replicate what they see. Everything is a replication. So I always find like vocalisms and how people carry themselves. Like I hung out with my mom when I was little all the time. So I'm like, is it because I saw women all the time that I am a little more feminine?
I definitely thought that when you were talking. I'm like, you're just Evelyn Benjamin. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, I'm my mother to a T. So I always thought that, people with the vocal fries, they are watching Instagram or TikTok or whatever a lot,
Absolutely.
And that's what they see on
that makes sense.
Yeah. What is a body part that you wouldn't mind losing? I'm afraid of this one.
I'm not going to say boobs. I know that's, probably what most people would think. My toes. Yeah, I'm
Your
fine
toes?
with my feet, but my very beautiful girlfriend hates feet. It doesn't matter whose feet. She just hates them and makes me wear socks all the time. And so if I could just cut them off so it doesn't bother her, then it'd be fine. But I think she would hate that too, so I don't know.
My God. That's the best thing I've ever heard. So describe your bedroom currently. Like, take us on a visual tour.
We have a very, very large padded gray bed. We just upgraded to a king because my girlfriend's very tall and long, so like she sprawls out. So we get this very, very big king size bed, and it's got the quilted, headboard that's like 3 feet tall, and the cat climbs on top of it. But we have down comforter pillows, and I'm all about comfort and tranquility when I'm sleeping. I have multiple fans in the room for white noise, and I spray like lavender on the bed. So yeah, it's about tranquility.
It is. It's a day spa. What is the most useless talent that you have?
I can take my tongue and touch my nose.
Yes! Oh, I wish this was a visual episode. That's everything. Okay, that I could see that kind of being useless unless you have something.
Yeah, I can flex my boobs too. Yeah.
What? That's everything. I cannot do anything with mine. I've tried. I don't know. There's just lumps of fat.
You've got muscle somewhere in there.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I don't. I'm pretty sure I do not have any muscle. I can barely stand up. What is your worst memory on stage? And
so in high school, I was auditioning for, I can't even remember what it was, but I know we had to sing. And you could sing whatever you wanted to at the time. And I remember singing Hold On by Wilson Phillips. But when I started, I started probably 3 keys too high. So it was very, I know there's pain, like way up there. And it just
That's
went way
everything.
too high. And yeah, so that's my on stage. Luckily, it was just an audition, so not a big deal. I didn't have to in front of anyone. So off stage, you'd mean just like off stage or in life, or?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. There's no definite.
I can guess. I say I'm pretty lucky. I probably had the worst thing. Probably is I had a previous 14-year relationship that ended by me finding out they were cheating through me breaking into a voicemail because I just had a feeling that that was happening. So that's probably that's pretty bad. Yeah.
Bad. Yeah, I bet been there, had the similar. It's not same, but similar thing happened to me.
Absolutely.
So I totally, yeah. You never hear of lesbians having like breakups.
I mean, it happens.
I know it happens.
A lot of them are pretty bad.
Oh, I can imagine now that you bring it up.
Pretty bad.
Oh, who gets the cat?
Exactly.
Who gets the U-Haul?
Exactly.
That's horrible. That's so horrible. If you could live anywhere, where would it be and why?
I was having this conversation the other day with Justine, and I do love California, but the lifestyle is pretty intense. But what we did fall in love with in California was Palm Springs. And of course, it's like basically the gay retirement community of the world. So, it's quiet, it's peaceful. A lot of celebrities made that back in the day, in the old Hollywood days. Like there's still a hotel that was Lucy and Desi's hotel. Elvis had a house out there. So a lot of celebrities kind of go there as a retreat because it is peaceful and away from everything. It does get hot. It's like, Florida's hot, but they get to like 106, 110, 113, but it's no humidity. So it actually doesn't feel as hot as you think it would. But yeah, it's a very peaceful, tranquil, very loving community out there. Yeah, it's nice. Either there or Key West. I'm about community and loving each other, and we've been to Key West a few times, also with you as Miss Tora, and
we did the parade,
and we of course enjoy Hemingway's house with all the cats, as lesbians do. But we went again on a cruise ship a little bit ago, and we just love the peacefulness, and they have they have a general slogan in Key West, and it's one human family, that we're all just human, no matter what color, no matter what race, sex, creed, national origin. We're just one human family, and it's about taking care of each other.
Yeah. Oh, I miss Key West. I would like to spend more than a day. I've only ever been for the Pride Parade and on a cruise, so I've never got to spend a couple days together. Oh, one day. Okay. If you had 5 minutes in a store of your choice and had a shopping spree, where would it be, and what would be the first thing you take?
Probably Best Buy.
Oh, not what I thought you would say.
Yeah, sound equipment, camera equipment. I think those are, especially in this day and age of how now we're doing this whole technology communication with everybody, from blogs to filming and stuff like that, because of the COVID. So so it can get expensive. So I think if I had an opportunity to enjoy some great equipment, I would probably go to a Best Buy.
That's I never thought. For some reason, I visioned you're such a smart shopper. You always give the best gifts because it's always full of things you've never seen in your life, but you're like, I needed that. I absolutely needed unicorn slippers.
Yeah. I mean, gift giving is totally different, but if I had a choice of, me shopping, but yeah,
you are a very good gift giver, and I don't understand how, you're so good at it, because you must stock up for people all year long.
I went to the book sale at the Lesbian Center today, LGBT Center here in Orlando.
What books did you
I
find?
found some
Anything
from my
good?
mom, some nice mysteries that weren't gay. So she loves mystery books.
Oh,
And Justine's
okay.
aunts are lesbians, and they actually had some great books for kids whose family are like that. So that was great. So we got little books like that we thought be good for people we love. But yeah, we constantly stock up all year long. When I see something, I buy it and go, that's for that person.
That's it. I love that. So, how's your
Mom's
mom doing, by
good.
the way?
Mom's good.
People don't know this. I don't think I've
Oh,
ever talked about this. In my callback video for Camp Wanakiki, we shot
we
in your
did.
mom's backyard, and I had a Girl Scout outfit on. Like, it was like very much Girl Scout inspired. And we had Girl Scout cookies, and we used the front door of your mom's house as that like whole like,
Yeah.
Girl Scout knocking on the
She
door.
loved it. She loved being a part of it.
We
I
need to
got
find
it.
that video. I wonder if I have to ask the producers if I'm allowed to put it out, but it would be
Yeah,
that would be fun
absolutely.
to
Yeah, it was a
release.
cute video.
That's probably one of the best things I think we did. Like, it was
Yes,
so
absolutely.
cute.
And we had Mr. Charlie Crook's tent that we couldn't ever seem to figure out how to hold it back.
What? I have no idea where that tent went. It was in the garage for like a year, fully like not even closed. Because we could never close it. It was huge. Oh, good times, good times. And we were making s'mores with it, with a campfire. Oh gosh, that was a day. Because the first video, so for those who don't know, Beth filmed my audition video, my first one, and my callback video for Camp Wanakiki, Beth and Justine. So the first video, she had this really great idea, which I'll say now, where we were by her lake, by her house, and we shot it in a couple hours, right?
You're a one-take girl.
Real quick. Thank you. I appreciate that. Most of the time. But Beth had this great idea of doing this, this, and this. And we sent it really, really quickly. And then the second video, we spent, I would say, a couple hours too. Yeah. And then the rest was history. All right. So at the end of the day, when you take your lashes off, because I know, you're wearing lashes every day. Who would you say Beth Wheatley is? Like, who is the Beth Wheatley we don't see? What is Beth Wheatley?
I probably care about others more than I care about myself, so that's probably why I don't wear lashes.
You know what? I'm giving you a slow clap. It's happening. That's the perfect way to describe yourself.
I've always just been a giver, and I care about my girlfriend, obviously, and my family. That's why I came back down here, and I care about Tora Himan, and
She does. Well, she honestly, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying this here, but I've said it to her face. I've said it to everyone's face. Without Beth Wheatley, there would be no Tora Himan, because she saw me. You came to that dinner show and you saw me play Elga, and from that day forward, my drag has escalated. I mean, it's only been a couple of years, but you have made Tora exactly what she is today, and I would not be able to do anything. I wouldn't have won the pageants or the reality show that I won, because you trained me to be myself at the end of the day. You helped me get to where I am today, and I will always, always thank you for everything you've done for me, because there would be no
That's very kind, very kind.
No, it's not kind. It's the truth, because you have given a platform to me to where no one else would.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that sometimes there's diamonds in the rough, and it takes, I think, real people who care to see that and pull those roughs out and dust them off and go, look what you guys are missing out on, and always a fan of yours.
Well, thank you. And likewise, I mean, you put out everything you do, everything you touch turns to gold.
I'm trying.
You're like, except for yourself. You're like, I'm still waiting
Maybe
for my
I'll
own.
buy some gold lashes.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm getting you. We got to find you a pair of gold lashes now. I would love to put lashes on you, just like big drag lashes.
Well, let's do it.
This day needs to happen. I see a new video. Tora puts a lesbian in drag.
We did Justine.
We did Justine. We did a makeup thing.
You went through the makeup bags of each other's makeup bags, and she has like 6 things, and you had like a suitcase.
So funny. She does. You should see my new one. You should see the new vanity I have. Oh, yes. It's a process. So you have the film festival coming up hopefully at the end of September. Anything else that we can plug so the kids can follow?
Well, I put stuff on BethWheatley.com all the time, and I'm on Instagram, Beth Wheatley Producer, and Facebook, and Spilled Paint, our series, we're funding over the next 60 days on Indiegogo. So any of those things would be wonderful, and I'm always open to help others if they're looking for help in their career or anything like that, because I feel like it's my life's goal to just pass it on and give on to others.
Mm-hmm. If anyone needs a really good producer, she will fly to you and give you a COVID-safe set. She will. She is trained. She is trained. I'm not joking. She is.
Yeah,
you took a course,
Safe
right?
Sets, and it's a course you can take online. It's free, but it's being used in the industry right now for any kind of production. So therefore, you take the course so you understand, what's important and what to look out for, and how to make sure everyone on your set is safe.
Which is super important right now, and a lot of shows are in production, and they're all following those rules, I hope. Well, Miss Wheatley, I love you, and I thank you for giving me my platform to speak. So I'm honored to have you as my guest on my show.
Thank you so much for asking.
Likewise. And tomorrow we have a date, so I can
Absolutely.
see you bright.
We're going to take on the Animal Kingdom.
We're going to Disney, but we're doing it safe, so don't judge us.
It's fine.
There's like 5 people there, and it's just going to be us, and we're very smart. We wear a mask all day long.
And Charlie hits anyone that doesn't with the scooter.
That's a little scooter. Charlie's my roommate. You will see him soon. I promise he will be on the podcast. All right, Miss Wheatley, I will see you bright and early in the morning. I love you, and thank you for being on the show.
She's thick, creamy, and fabulous. You're gonna laugh until you bust with Tora. Behind the lashes with Tora Himan.
I owe my career to Beth Wheatley. I do. She has always been there for me, and I'm so blessed you got to get to know her. And that beautiful voice. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, so please go follow Beth. Follow her projects, because literally everything she touches turns to gold. So, I mean, Willem Belly. I can never say her name. Detox, Vicky Vox, East Siders, as well as many projects have been in film festivals. And Cara Cavalli Andrews and Mr. Miss Adrian and myself were all very blessed. So, in the meantime, don't forget to share this podcast, comment, leave us a little review. It helps me know what you think. And also don't forget to follow me on iTunes, Twitter, and Facebook. On the iTunes? Did I say iTunes? Welcome to iTunes. On Instagram and Twitter, I'm at Tora Himan. Also on the TikTok, if you want to book a cameo, I'm on there as well. You can find me on Facebook, where I have weekly shows, live streaming. I have trivia. I have bingo. I also have Tora Hyman's Not Breakfast, Not Lunch variety show. And I hope you all support a drag queen, support an entertainer, and support each other. I love y'all. Goodbye, my little podcast babies. Theme music for Behind the Lashes is graciously provided by my BFFs, Dustin and Courtney Cunningham. Without them, there would be no music, and it would be silent.